Well, of course, you know that all items will hold energy from the people that live there. And when I kind of scan, they're kind of showing me the items in your home. It's really filled with love, a lot of it. All right. Hi, Linda. How are
Hello,
you?
Shari. Great, thank you.
Okay. I'm just scanning your energetic field here just a bit. And one thing that Spirit is showing me is that your ear is really big, and they're just saying that you're a wonderful listener and that people like to come. They use cartoon characters and everything with me. And when somebody's a good listener, they make their ear like a great big elephant ear. And they just said that people love the way that that not only do you lift them up, but you're very honest too. And that you give really honest advice. And that's worth $1,000,000 sometimes, instead of somebody that's always like, oh, that's great, that's super wonderful. So they're showing me that. They're also showing me flowers and being outside. You have a very strong connection with the sprites and the gnomes and the fairies and the elementals. So the more you can be outside, the more grounded you're going to be, the better off you're going to feel. Um, I don't know if you plant trees. They're just kind of showing me you planting a tree, maybe in the memory of someone. I don't know if you've done that on your land or not.
Yes, yeah,
Oh, you have. Okay.
yeah.
Because they're just showing me that there's just so much in the land of your home that we absolutely love. Um, Even some of the little, I don't know if you have statues or things out there, what they're showing me, but um,
I
all
do.
of this, all of this it means something to you. It's not
Yeah,
that you're just putting it out there. There's a lot of meaning behind it.
that's right.
And we love the way too that you're able to put, well, of course, you know that all items will hold energy from the people that live there. And when I kind of scan, they're kind of showing me the items in your home. It's really filled with love, a lot of it. And uh, thank you, Irene. There's a lot of little things that you have that might be from other people as well, maybe passed down. I don't know if you have a lot of antiques, even furniture and things of that nature that might have been other people's.
Yes.
Um, Yeah, and that also holds a lot of memory too. You are, I don't know if you already do this. Are you able to hold something of someone else's and then you can really feel them or even communicate with them from the other side? Are you able to do that?
No.
Okay. Have you ever tried?
Well, I don't know that I've specifically tried that. I do work with crystals sometimes,
Okay.
so, and energy within the crystals. So,
Okay, because they're just showing me that like you might maybe hold a pocket watch of someone who has crossed over, and then you might really be able to, Irene says, have a conversation with them or feel them, um, because it feels like you have a lot of loved ones on the other side, and you might have a lot of their objects too, or their belongings. That might be something that you can work with.
all right,
um,
good to know.
Yeah. Irene said it'll be like you're just picking up a telephone and you can, if you work at it enough, she said it'd be like like they never left. You'd be able to just pick up the telephone and talk with some of your loved ones. One thing as I stare at you, they're showing me the throat chakra. And I'm sure if you work with crystals, you know what chakras are.
Correct. Correct.
And we love your throat chakra. It's really wide and big, and it's just spinning beautifully. It kind of feels a little bigger than the rest of your chakras, from what I can see. And they're saying that you could really get out, and there's people want to hear uh, about your experiences, or you would be a great storyteller, is what they're saying. So
Okay.
I don't know if you like to tell other people about your past or the history or your parents or your family or anything, but they just said if you get to talk and we could see people gathering around you because they would love to hear your stories. And if you don't tell people, then maybe write things down. Do you
Okay.
keep journals and things of that nature for?
I don't. I don't really journal. I like to write, but I don't specifically journal.
Okay. Well, I guess journaling, a lot of times to me, journaling would be like where you write down how you're feeling. That's not what they're talking about. They're almost talking about like write down memories that you've had. Like I
Hmm.
do that for my children. Um, I would even write down how much gas was back in 1990 and things like that because I thought that would be fun to read. If my
Right.
parents left
Right.
that would be really fun. So they're just showing that here just a bit. What else do we have here? They're kind of throwing me into these crystals as well. Do you do healing with the crystals?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not only on yourself, but others, correct?
Yes. Correct.
And
Correct.
animals?
I've not specifically worked with animals. You know.
Okay. That might be something too that comes in the near future for you is working on animals. And
Okay.
one thing too that they're showing me is that we're just going to throw this out here that that when you heal people with the crystals, they don't have to be right in front of you. Do
Correct.
you do you do long distance healing too?
Yes. Sometimes yes.
Okay, perfect. They just kind of said throw them out into a bubble in front of you with your imagination. Do
Yeah.
you teach this?
I do not teach. I um, I worked as a volunteer with the person that taught me Reiki,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's as much of the teaching that I've really done. It's through her workshops.
Okay. Yeah, there might be other opportunities that come up for you
Hmm.
to where you will be able to teach. It may not be all yours. It might be, like you said, buddying up with someone else,
Hmm.
but it doesn't feel like it's Reiki. It feels like it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of
Hmm.
this. It's almost like you put all different modalities and kind of make your own stew, so to speak,
Hmm.
and come up with different ways and different healings. Have you ever worked with people with addictions?
I have not.
Okay. Spirit's kind of showing me there's a lot of avenues here. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to, but they're just saying that they kind of want to plant the seed with you because there's a lot of different ways to heal people. And right
Correct.
now on the planet, there's a lot of people that suffer with a lot of different types of addictions.
Hmm.
And they said you would be very good at that. So, but whether you decide to do that or not, that's up to you because we do have
Yeah.
free will. But that is something that Irene says might strike your fancy here in the future.
All right.
So, yeah, there's just a lot of gifts um, that we see in your back pocket, so to speak.
Hmm.
So, there's a lot of different gifts of helping people that we see in the very near future for you. And some of
Would
these
be
people
wonderful.
will, yeah, I'm sorry, what was that?
I just said that would be wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. And some all you have to do is, as you know, put your intention out there and these
Hmm.
people will come to you and want your help, whether they want you to help teach or whether they want you to teach them. Um, it is just a whole bunch of different. Another thing too that they're showing me you like in a group setting. So I don't know if you do actual uh, what are these, Irene? They're not meditation circles, but kind of. Do you do in-person classes with people where there's a bunch of you guys sitting around and
I have, yeah, in the past. I've
okay,
attended those with other people. Yeah.
okay. Have you ever attended drumming circles?
I have not.
Okay. This might be something too that they're showing me coming up maybe in further in the summer, towards the end of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a big fire and people sitting around, and it's like shamanic drumming. So you might find where you really enjoy that.
Okay.
So there's a lot of potential. Irene goes, a lot of potential here. And it's funny because when we get a little further into your energy, we see where you really do want to help people on a bigger scale, correct?
Correct. That is correct. Yes.
And so they're saying this is going to be your year. I almost want to say this is going to be your summer, because they're talking that it's really going to take hold. And once it does, Irene is funny. She says, once it does, you'll almost feel overwhelmed because it will just snowball on you, and you'll have so many invites, or you'll feel like you're being pulled in a lot of different directions. But that's
Mm-hmm.
okay. You can pick and choose what you want to do.